Britni Ward.
And I'm Sheri Ward. Our latest assignment was to connect the importance of the City Lights Pocket Poetry Series with what's happening today.
And we thought, what better way to find out than traveling? So we booked our tickets to San Fransisco, California, and here we are.
San Francisco is where Lawrence Ferlinghetti and Peter Martin opened up the City Lights bookshop in 1953 in order to help support their magazine, City Lights. This was the first all-paperback bookstore in the U.S.
In 1955, they launched the City Lights Pocket Poetry Series, inspired by a French poetry series I can't pronounce, in order to promote beat artists such as Jack Kerouac, Allen Ginsberg, Frank O'Hara, and even Lawrence Ferlinghetti himself.
These artists were having trouble getting into the mainstream market, so this new venue gave them a market of their own. These small, affordable paperback books were the first introduction for many readers to this avant-garde poetry.
What's that?
That would be a car.
No, what's avant-garde?
Oh, avant-garde just means new and unusual, or experimental. I found that on the internet.
Oh, like Allen Ginsberg's Howl, Jack Kerouac's Scattered Poems, or Frank O'Hara's Lunch Poems?
Exactly. Most people were not familiar with these artists' poems, and the City Lights Pocket Poetry Series was the perfect way to introduce this new genre to the American public. Let's head inside.
These are actually very controversial books at the time. As a matter of fact, Ginsberg did a reading of Howl in 1955.
Howl for Carl Solomon. I saw the best minds of my generation destroyed by madness, starving, hysterical, naked, dragging themselves through the Negro streets at dawn looking for an angry fix.
While some were offended, the young people at the time felt like he was giving them a voice.
Ferlinghetti, Martin, and Shigeru, Ferlinghetti's partner, were all arrested in 1956 on obscenity charges due to the promotion, the publication, and the selling of Howl. But because Ferlinghetti had bought Martin out for $1,000 the year prior, when he wanted to return to New York, Martin's charges were dropped, but Ferlinghetti was still in hot water.
The U.S. Customs Department seized over 520 copies of Howl once it arrived from England, where it had been published. These books were seized because of the sexual activity and drug use detailed in Ginsberg's book. According to James Cederberg, lines such as, "The asshole is holy," probably had something to do with people taking offense.
Yeah, you're probably right. The American Civil Liberties Union, or the ACLU, that decided to defend Ginsberg's book against these charges on the basis of our First Amendment right, which guarantees freedom of speech.
The trial was controversial and covered by Life magazine. Several different poets, critics, and academics testified on behalf of Howl. The trial's publicity brought the San Francisco beat movement to the national spotlight, which in turn inspired many would-be poets and speakers to make their way out to the West Coast.
That's right. And on October 3rd, 1957, Judge Clayton W. Horn ruled that Ginsberg's poem was not obscene. And this opened up a whole new world for writers and poets today. Because of the efforts of these innovative writers and their resolve to not be beat down by the man, we can enjoy all kinds of books without censorship.
Howl is one of about 20 volumes of the City Light Pocket Poets series that are still in print. There are 60 books in this series, and we encourage you to grab one or more and enjoy them for yourselves. Ready to head back to Corpus?
Sure, let's go. It's a shame we can't stick around any longer.
Due to both money and time constraints, actual travel to and from San Francisco was not possible. Also, no nuns were harmed in the making of this video.